The FDOT District 6 Planning Office supports the Miami-Dade TPO as it develops transportation plans and programs to address local priorities in Miami-Dade County. The Planning Office relies on the support of several district partners to accomplish these deliverables. Today, we recognize the vital contributions from our partners in developing these quality deliverables and reflect on our accomplishments. This past fiscal year, your input and collaboration did not go unnoticed. Like in previous years, we want to review the achievements of the past fiscal year and take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks, letting you know we couldn't have done it without you.
The weekly coordination meetings with the TPO and District 6 staff continued for another year. These coordination meetings have facilitated ongoing communication, sharing of information to avoid duplication of efforts, and allows for the progress on critical items to be efficiently handled. These meetings have shown improvements in the turnaround times for invoices, amendments, and reviews, improving the coordination between FDOT and the TPO. This is considered a best practice as it yields optimum results and is not done elsewhere in the state of Florida.
Each month, FDOT's Office of Policy Planning hosts a Metropolitan Planning Partners Coordination meeting. In this forum, District MPO liaisons and the Policy Planning Office meet to receive updates as well as training, explore best practices, and lessons learned.
The annual certification of the TPO was completed in advance of the June due date. Several district offices participated in this year's certification. The certification package was signed by the TPO and our district secretary, Stacy Miller, in May 2022.
Every year, the TPO develops a list of priority projects based on projects prioritized in the LRTP. Last year, the TPO prepared this list for the fiscal year 2023 to 2027 TIP development cycle. This included project proposals from the TIP committee members, county departments, and local municipalities. This list reflected a variety of project types such as smart plan projects, capacity improvement projects, and projects soliciting federal and state grants to be managed by local agencies. After the list of priority projects was transmitted to FDOT for processing, several district offices took part in coordinating with the TPO to ensure appropriate funding for the list of projects based on funding availability.
As part of the work program development, the district's tentative work program was presented to various TPO committees, including the Transportation Planning Technical Advisory Committee and Transportation Improvement Program Committee. This allowed coordination with TPO board and committee members and endorsement of the district's work program by the TPO in November of 2021.
For fiscal years 2023 to 2027 Transportation Improvement Program, or TIP, the district partners worked together to provide the TPO with FDOT project information to be included in the full TIP, the Citizens TIP, and the photo book of FDOT major projects for the Interact TIP. The TIP was approved by the TPO board in June 2022.
In maintenance of the fiscal year 2022 TIP, one TIP amendment was completed to merge an FDOT resurfacing project with a Miami-Dade County Department of Public Works sidewalk improvement project, both on Southeast 26th Road from Rickenbacker Causeway to Southwest 1st Avenue. The Unified Planning Work Program, which is updated every 2 years, identifies the planning budget and tasks the TPO plans to perform over the next 2 fiscal years. This year, the TPO updated the UPWP for fiscal years 2023 and 2024. This update introduced the new Consolidated Planning Grant that merges FTA 5305D funding with FHWA PL funding, and introduced the templates developed by the Office of Policy Planning for the state's MPOs to use for the UPWP. The district planning collaborates with several district partners to conduct review of UPWP documents to ensure it meets federal and state requirements and coordinates programming of funds and set up contract documents for the new document. Regional collaboration in the planning process continues to be a prominent activity. The Planning Office worked with several district partners to ensure timely reimbursement of funds for charges incurred to develop the Southeast Florida Regional Planning Model, SERPM version 9.
The Efficient Transportation Decision-Making Process, ETDM, allows the potential environmental impacts from transportation projects to be considered early in their development. It helps project managers develop scopes of services for the PD&E phases of projects. The 2022 fiscal year was a very busy year for ETDM activity, with the screening of 3 new projects. Area interest reviews were conducted for 1 FDOT project, 1 Miami-Dade TPO project, and 25 Miami-Dade TPO projects. 3 NEPA class of actions were approved by the FDOT Office of Environmental Management, which all resulted in the publication of 3 final programming screen summary reports for Quail Roost Drive from Southwest 137th Avenue to Southwest 127th Avenue, Atlantic Isle west of State Road A1A, and I-195 State Road 112 Julio Tuttle Causeway from Northwest 12th Avenue to State Road 907 Alton Road. In addition, social cultural effects evaluations were conducted for 3 projects screened during this fiscal year. A new district-wide ETDM contract was procured in 2021. Also, training began for the Miami-Dade TPO on the ETDM program in support of the 2050 LRTP update. The Planning Office was able to complete all these ETDM activities with the assistance of its consultant, the District 6 Environmental Management Office, project managers, scoping team, and the FDOT Office of Environmental Management.
Planning consistency is critical in the planning process and requires that the LRTP, TIP, STIP, and environmental documents all reflect consistent project descriptions and information before a given project can receive federal approval. The District Planning Office worked with several district partners to ensure planning consistency was met on several projects for the recently completed fiscal year. Among the projects that required planning consistency coordination was the Venetian Causeway project.
Throughout the year, several scopes of work were submitted by the TPO to FDOT for review. The District Planning Office garnered input from other district offices to provide valuable feedback to enhance the efforts and avoid duplication. Among the scopes reviewed were the Countywide Tunneling Technology Study Phase 1 scope, the Northwest Planning Area Origin Destination Analysis scope, the Integration of Micromobility Across Smart Corridor scope, and the scope for the 2022 Trent and Transportation Summit. The Modal Development Office and Public Information Office participated in the reviews.
The District Planning Office is also involved in management of grants to municipalities and universities, which include funding to Monroe County for long and short-range planning, multiple grants to the University of Miami for bike-safe and walk-safe educational programs, and several district partners were involved with this effort, including financial services, work program, procurement, legal, and local agency program offices.
In March 2022, the TPO approved Resolution 13-2022 for a Flagler Street Smart Demonstration Project, which will repurpose the outside lane into a bus-only lane, allowing data to be collected for a year and determine the feasibility of a dedicated curbside rapid transit. The project is a collaboration between FDOT and DPW, to be led by the district's Modal Development Office. As part of the TPO's Smart Street Transportation Enhancement Program, or STEP, District 6 partnered with the TPO and Miami-Dade County Department of Transportation and Public Works, DTPW, to evaluate and construct a Scramble intersection at the intersection of Southeast 8th Street and Brickell Avenue. DTPW and the TPO evaluated the intersection for the potential improvement, and FDOT had the responsibility of designing and constructing the enhancements.
As you can see, we accomplished a lot together over the past year. The District Planning Office wants to give a big thank you to our partners for helping us deliver on all we were able to achieve. We look forward to continued collaboration with you this year so that come next year we'll have even more accomplishments to celebrate.
And as a final reminder, always remember, there's no one someone will miss. We must all work together to eliminate traffic fatalities.